Alright, and we should be on air. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Dead Realm Season 3. I am your humble DM, Tyler, and we had to take a delay because of life situations, but we are back and we are ready to rock and roll. So, without further ado, if you guys would like to introduce yourselves to the audience here.
Hi, my name is Joseph, and I'm going to be playing Tangi, the halfling summoner.
Hello, I'm gonna be playing the demon folk warrior, Sam Flub.
Ethan, fee fi fo fum.
I see what you did there.
Hi, I'm Sirius. I am playing Dalvin the Fourth, a dwarven, not a barbarian. What's a brute? There it is.
Yep, Dwarven Brute. There you go. Just take some getting used to, is all.
Yeah, no copyright infringement here.
Hi, I'm Ness. I will be playing Lavina, the witch doctor. Oh, the elven witch doctor.
Alright.
Always got to start with grace, huh? I swear.
Yeah. So Fate will no longer be joining us, unfortunately. His job schedule's changed, so he will not be able to continue the rest of the Mexican campaign, but he wishes the rest of the players luck on their journey. But to recap what happened last time, you guys were all awake in some random cave. You don't know where. You guys didn't know how you get there. You don't know why you got in there, but you guys were at risk of death. And since none of you have met one another, you decide the best way to get out is by working together. You navigated the caves, combated some weird bat-like creatures and one big one. You then solved a Lord of the Rings-esque puzzle, almost risking character death. And on top of that, you guys were just starting to explore what seems like to be some hideout of sorts. You guys aren't too sure. You guys are just exploring around, and that's where. And we left off with you guys opening the door, and I think it was Tangi that was about to open the door, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct.
Alright. As you open the door, Tangi, you start to see something very bad and unnatural. It completely goes against your beliefs and what have you, and it's a bit sick to your stomach. What you, along with the rest of your party members, see is this. You see what seems like to be some sort of weird demonic altar of some sort. There's a broken table. There's a very destroyed statue of some demonic creature or entity. It's too destroyed by time to discern what the image is. But the thing that also stands out is that these human-sized cages all around, with 3 of them having animated corpses just kind of lunging and reaching their hands out for anything. As soon as you open the door, they start lunging towards your direction. Still trapped in the cages, but their arms stretched out forward. They are very thin, pale, clearly haven't eaten anything for a very long time. They should be dead, but they're walking and they're alive. And they're trying to reach out, but they are stuck in their cages.
Yeah, nope, I'm not doing that.
Alright, you
Y'all
go.
have fun. Y'all have fun with the demonic rituals.
I think Blue's gonna watch.
Go on.
Which one?
Lavina?
Somebody spoke before me. I was gonna let them go first.
Thank you. King Blue's gonna go up to Sam and be like, "What's in there? Please, I don't want to know. Actually, I'm gonna follow you." He's gonna
Good idea, buddy. Good idea.
This place is desecrated. Horrible.
Gods, these poor souls. We need to put them out of their misery. We can't leave them trapped like this, like some animal.
We should undo their undeath.
I agree.
You mean re-death?
I'll go over to this one, and I'm going to use my staff in quotation mark to shoot a radiant blast at it.
You do so. No need to roll. As soon as you shoot your radiant blast, the creature collapses to the ground.
And I'll go over to the others and do the same.
You do so.
And I shall walk over to the altar.
Uh-huh.
And I shall take out my holy water and I'm gonna pour it over the demonic altar. And try my best to say a prayer and try and consecrate it.
Alright. You splash some holy water onto this statue. Now, normally water would just react to how water would react to a stone, but as soon as you put holy water onto the statue, it begins to sizzle and smoke. And as you begin your prayers, you start to feel some dark energy all around your area just disperse, and all of a sudden it vanishes. You feel like you've lifted something evil from this place.
Good. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
Before Lavina walks out, she's gonna walk up to each corpse and just whisper a prayer underneath her breath, saying, "May you find the stars and may they light your path." She's gonna follow behind Tanji.
Alright, you do so.
You don't have any fun?
Whatever.
Is there a corner that's like not desecrated? Is there like a clear corner where it just seems clear?
Not to your knowledge, no. You don't see anything other than what you see on screen.
Oh, damn it. Dalvin's hopping up and down. Alright, I gotta use the bathroom. Can you guys just hurry up?
Yeah.
I'll be right behind you.
Now, was that the player or the character?
That's the character. This
All right.
is all on character.
Alright, there's another
Are you
door.
sure this is the best place to do that?
Now or never.
Over there, there's a corner over there. Just stand. We'll turn our backs.
I don't know. Fine. Sorry, excuse me.
Alright, Ladle will follow suit. Alrighty. So, Sam, what are you doing with this door here?
I'm gonna try and listen in to if any noise is behind this door.
Make a perception check.
I did
On
hear.
the boss.
There, you're back on the map now.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, not bad. 19.
You hear very faint, very slow, and very quiet breathing sounds on the other side of the door, but it's the faintest. You think it's further in whatever this room is.
She leans up against this wall and just goes, there's some bleeding on the other side. I think we should wait for Mr. Pissy to finish up.
Yeah.
Alright. After some time, you have finished your business.
5 seconds later.
Lavina's gonna pinch her nose and look down at him. What have you been eating? That smells awful.
Eating? What do you mean? I just went to take a whiz. I didn't realize
No,
it was
it-
so. Is it really that smelly?
It's pungent, is what it is.
It smells like fresh dwarf to me. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Where you go, please?
Alright, everybody ready?
No, actually, I've really thought about it, guys. We don't have to keep going. I mean, there's no place here.
Yeah, where's the food? Where's the water?
Well, actually, he's gonna start digging through his pack. You bring up a good point.
Exactly. Now, what's behind door number 3? And she opens the door.
When you open the door, you see... Well, you guys are holding torches. Actually, no, the light spell's actually showing a great amount of this. So, you guys see something terrifying. You see, similar to the other room, more cages. However, these cages appear more gigantic in size in comparison. As you open the door, Sam, you realize that this room houses something even creepier and, heck, even worse. As you open the door, you see large cages big enough to fit giants. And then as you look deeper into the room, you see that in 3 of these cages, you see 3 zombified giants.
She's gonna slowly close the door.
You slowly close the door.
Let's not go that way. Not worth it.
That skeleton said that there would be treasure. I don't see any.
Did you see another door in there?
He shrugged. And no, I did not. I only saw cages, and I think I saw like 3 giant monsters. Pretty sure that's how it is. But I mean, hey, it's your poison. I mean, we can go here and fight these beasts. Where did you go?
You guys are talking too much. I'm just,
Alright,
there's a level of boredom I have with talking.
alright.
My
Ladle.
God.
I guess
Fine,
we're not
we'll go the
fighting
other
them
way.
then.
Alright.
Yes, I don't think that he shrugged when he said there was treasure. He didn't say yes.
I just want to go home. I don't really care about any of this. Like, I thought we all were just trying to leave this place.
Yes, we're trying to leave this place.
Cool, because I want my own pants, if you guys don't recall. These pants aren't the best.
Right, they're a little baggy. But
There's only one
Huh?
other way we can go.
how do you complain about the pants and not the deadly bridge situation?
We looked, right?
Alright.
Touche, my friend.
Let me reveal the rest of this real quick. As you guys turn the corner, you see the skeleton just staring into a blank fireplace. You see that the hallway continues into another door.
Oh my fucking God.
Alright.
Now, speaking of gods, which gods do you guys serve? Because I only know the one true god.
I serve Soul.
Never heard of him. Must be fake. You guys, what else?
I'm atheist, anyway. Good.
Alright. You guys just go up to the door.
Yeah, this one's a big door, huh?
Alright. As you guys approach the door, and I'm assuming you guys opened the door, yes?
Yes.
I'll be the one
Yeah.
opening up the door if you guys
Alright.
don't mind.
As you open the door, you see what seems like to be a lounging area. However, the lounging area seems to be desecrated, moldy, and decayed a bit. But it's not the only decayed things in here. As you also see 3 skeleton maids in the corner, and on top of that, you also see 2 zombies just roaming around, and 2 skeletonites guarding what seems like to be the entrance, which is open. Your freedom is in their sights. However, as soon as you crack open the door, these skeletons turn and look to charge. Roll initiative.
It's just a d20, right?
Yep, just a d20. Only roll d20s, and whichever rolls the highest, I have to beat that. So,
Do we have to add our agility?
no, it's just straight rolls.
And I got a 15.
19.
Got a
Go
6.
14.
13.
All right.
17.
All right. I rolled a 13, so you guys get to go first. So, the floor is all yours. Which one of you would like to go first? You guys could combo. You guys could decide some tactics or what have you.
I'm up front. I guess I could go first.
Go for it.
I will walk in 2 spaces. 1, 2.
Okay.
And I will turn to the zombie lounging on the what seems to be the red leather or
Uh huh.
fabric. I'm going to do an elemental shot, and I'm going to do fire.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Okay. 15 plus 3, so 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll your
And
damage.
it's a D8.
Yep.
That's going to be 2 fire damage.
All right. It takes 2 fire damage, and it is lit on fire, suffering the burning condition. So it'll take a d6 at the start of each of its turns, unless it uses an action to put it out. But it's a zombie, so I guess it won't know better. So, are there anything else you'd like to do?
That shall be my turn.
All right, who wants to go up next?
Each of these squares is a. Okay. So I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3.
What?
Attack this one. What do you mean?
Was that 3 squares?
I mean, there's squares literally on the. I thought these were the squares.
Yeah, so you could get up to here, but with your weapon range, you could still hit him, so it's fine. So,
Fair enough.
Oh,
so
right
you could
here.
get over here, and then with your range, because you're using a longsword, right?
Yeah, I'm using a longsword.
Yeah, so you could definitely get him in range, because you're in range with your longsword. So,
Yeah.
make an attack.
Okay. Okay, we can attack. It's 1. What do we add on attack?
It's a d20 plus your power modifier for melee attacks.
Okay, got it. So that's a 13.
13 hits the zombie.
Great. Perfect. 1d8 plus 2. Where's my d8? Please.
Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Oh
There
no.
you go.
There we go.
Okay, 6 damage.
Alright, you deal 6 damage to the zombie. You hack its decayed skin as blood and sinew starts to leak out from it. Who would like to go next?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take my 3 movements to get in the room.
Uh-huh.
Over here. Is there anything on the floor, like rubble, in this area that I'm
Yes.
currently in?
There is.
Is there a chair?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm gonna take a chair. I'm gonna try to chuck it at these security guards from a long distance. It's okay.
Alright, go ahead and make a power check.
Oh, nice. 20, dice tower. 12, my power's 3, 15.
15, yep. You grab this big-ass couch, and you guys are surprised that a dwarf of this size can pick up a couch all by himself. Do you know how hard that is to move? And regardless, you heave the shit out of it, blasting both of these guards. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Wow.
Plus your power modifier.
This bitch broken.
That is a 7 damage.
You do 7 damage to these skeletons, and because it's bludgeoning damage, they take double that. So boom!
Wow.
Clatters. Almost all their bones hit the ground, and when the dust settles and clears, they are completely shattered and are just crumpled to dust.
A thumbs up from Sam. Good job, mate.
There's the dead icons. They're there. Bada boom.
Let's go home now.
Who else would like to go next?
I'm gonna take also my 3 steps to get to the doorway at least. And
Okay.
Lumina's gonna poke her head in, hearing the crash. Is everybody okay?
Oh, hell yeah. It's Uncle Bunga time, baby.
Oh,
If you're
Okay.
alive, you're fine, I think.
I'm alright.
Yeah, we're all fine.
Lumina's just gonna nod. She's, I'll be here if you need anything. And she's gonna hold her action of healing touch in case anybody gets hurt.
Okay. That only leaves Fee-Fi and Kingsley. What do you two like to do?
I'm gonna move 2 spaces forward and then ready a shot with my bow in case I see an enemy.
Alright. Ladle will only move her 1 space and will hold an action.
Honestly, it seems like everybody's got this in the bag, so Kingsley is going to move, hide behind Beefy, and start muttering as he looks over a book and tries to figure out where they are or something. I don't know, he's like muttering about a map.
Alrighty. Alright, so now it's the bad guys go. This zombie will go up to you in one space, Sam, and it will attack you with its bite attack.
Oh no.
I rolled a natural 1, luckily. You easily parry this bite as it is barely holding itself together from your slash. This zombie over here is just going to spend most of its turn just getting up to you, Joseph, in front of your face. These ladies skeleton ladies, are terrified of the entire situation and are just going to decide, oh, hold on. Let me see if I could select multiple at a time.
This is selectable.
No, because if I select all of your guys' tokens, see?
Maybe like the control or shift click.
Let me see if shift works. Oh, it's shift. That's weird. Okay, these three are just going to run away. They're going to scurry away from the situation. But now it's your guys' turn. What would you like to do?
Can that guy moving in trigger my shot?
You can launch a shot at this zombie if you wish.
Alright. 19.
Hits, damage.
Uh, 6.
6 damage. You shoot it right in the chest, and now it's just like a gardening hose with water coming out of it, just leaking blood from your shot. It looks like it could go down at any given moment.
Are those guards at the entrance still alive? Or they're dead.
Nah, they're dead, bro.
Alright.
They died from couch throw.
Makes perfect sense. Dalvin's going to. You know what? I'm helping today. Let's be a helper. I'm going to take my movement to get behind this zombie, and then just grab him by the waist and give him a good old nice German suplex onto the ground.
All right. Go ahead and make a power contest.
Wow, what a brute. 11 plus 3, 14.
14. I rolled an 18. So as you try to German suplex this zombie, its fleshy skin, as you go for the actual lift, your hands just go through its handlebars, and you just go through nothing but rotten meat and flesh, as blood is now just leaking out from the handlebars of the love handles of this corpse.
Alright, well, if I have one more movement left, I'm gonna just walk.
Alright, fair enough. Alrighty, who wants to go up next?
You can go.
Okay. I'll just try to finish off the zombie right here.
Alright, make an attack.
Okay. I'm guessing a 19 hits.
Yep, it definitely does hit. Roll your damage.
Ooh, max damage. 10.
Alright. It will now activate its trait. When it drops to 0 hit points, I can roll a d20, and if I exceed over 10, it stays up at 1 HP.
Okay.
I rolled a 2, so you just cut this zombie in half. Alright. Would you like
He's
to
not
move?
the man he used to be.
Would you like to move anywhere else?
Right here.
Okay.
Hi, buddy.
Alright. Who else would like to go up? There's still one more zombie that's still alive and kicking.
I will take a step back in the defensive way to block the zombie from my other halfling friend, and I'm do a wand attack
Alright.
with my banner.
Go ahead and do it.
That's going to be a 13 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. 4 plus 3, so 7 damage.
Alright. Because it's a zombie, it takes double that. And because it's radiant damage, how would you like to kill this zombie?
A wave of divine energy shoots out and cuts it in half
Alright.
as I swing my banner.
As you swing your banner, divine energy sparks out from your banner. And as it does, it slashes the zombie in half, chopping into 2. And it is no longer active on this material plane. And that's the end of combat. And the exit's just further ahead.
I'm gonna look at the dwarf and raise a hand for a high five.
Oh, screw you. You know I can't reach.
No, like raise my hand to his level.
That's even more patronizing.
Yo, she's trying her best, man.
You wound my pride.
But I'm still your friend.
Oh, you go further that way. You see Fufai as you look that way. You just see a bunch of rubble like blocking this side, but you see that the skeleton maids are just cowering in the corner.
Poor guys.
You want to finish him off? You want to leave him here? What are we doing? Are we going home?
I mean, they
Do
haven't
they know where the
attacked us.
treasure is?
Davin starts leaving.
Okay.
Did you guys find any treasure when you were cleaning up around here?
They nod their heads no, and they're shaking, literally like.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So at this point, we are gonna shift over to Theater of the Mind for the rest of the session,
Alright.
Okay.
as we debuted a new screen on stream. Hopefully, the viewers will like it how it looks. Very reminiscent of old school Dead Realms. But let's continue the story. You guys spent the next couple hours following this path, and as you exit after some brief unknown amount of time, just as right about the light spell begins to fade, you see a glimmer of light. It's not bright rays and sunshines, but it's light nonetheless, somewhat blinding you. And as you approach the precipice of the surface, your eyes just go full white as your eyes are slowly beginning to adjust to the outside world. For you don't know how long you were been in the dark, but you could tell just from the reaction that you have been there for way too long. And as your eyes come into focus and adjust, you realize that the world that was, and as you are recalling your memories a bit, when you entered this cave, each and every one of you, whether you entered as a group or not, you aren't too sure. You know when you entered, the world that you knew was all full of green, lush grasslands, and it was vibrant and colorful. As you exit the cave, you see a complete opposite of the world you once knew, where grass once was, now it's just cracked and rocky earth. What was clear skies and a bright sun is now a cloud of gray and dull, and this color giving the atmosphere of hopelessness. And as you look all around, the towns that you remembered, half of them, or even most of them, are gone. How did this came to be? Why does the world look like this? You guys don't remember going into the cave like this. Something's off. Something's weird. Something has happened to the world you guys once knew.
Where the hell are we?
My soul. It's awful. What happened?
I'm not sure. But it can't be good.
Is there any water nearby?
Any what?
Water.
No, there is no water nearby you whatsoever.
Davin's gonna take off his gauntlets and start touching the dirt.
Okay.
He's gonna start trying to smash the dirt in his hands like, anybody got water? Anybody? No, come on.
I had holy water, but I don't have it anymore.
No.
Would it fair to say like someone like Kingsley would have a canteen of water on him, because he would toss that over?
Do you have water in your inventory?
No, but I have something called basic supplies.
I will allow it. I'll allow like 1 day's worth of drinking water. That you have a canteen ready.
He'll hand the canteen to you and then look out, and he's kind of panicking almost. He's flipping through his book. No, that's not right. That's not supposed to be there. I feel like I have something planned for this. Tsunami? War, fallout. He doesn't even pay attention. He's freaking out right now.
Davin's gonna take a little bit of water, put in the dirt, and try to make his brick and mortars like he usually did at home with it. I know how to do this by hand. Please, I can still do this. And you just watch him just squishing this dirt, trying to make it as hard as possible. Come on, what kind of world is this?
As you begin to form your brick, as your trade would suggest, you realize that, you can form it as a rough mud brick. However, you soon realize that while you're struggling to form a brick, you need sunlight to dry it, and there is no reflection of sunlight at all. You get the sense that your creation method of brick and mortar, for the meantime, you don't know whether it's the day or what have you, for the meantime, your brick and mortar building is useless at this point in time.
There's no sunlight.
There's
Dalvin
no
just kind of-
sunlight.
Dalvin kind of forgets everybody else's day. He's like, I spent 80 years perfecting this by hand, and now there's what kind of fucking world are we in? God damn it! And he throws it.
Alright, you lob it, and you soon realize that, holy shit, you're in a high mountain range. And as you toss it, and as you guys are like reacting to him being tossed, you see that you guys are on a top mountain range, and what you really see just further down is a bunch of rock clans, and way at the edge of your distance is what seems like to be the Gulf lake that you guys all knew. The water's still there, but it's gray, murky. You aren't too sure. It's way too far away for you to tell.
I say we head for the water.
Yeah. Where there's water, there's civilization, I suppose.
How steep is this mountaintop?
It's very tall.
How steep of a slope down? I'm sorry.
It's enough for you guys to carefully climb down the mountain, we'll say. I'm not an expert in mountain knowledge and rock history or what have you, but we'll say that it's steep that you could climb down carefully, but one slip could possibly fall fast, we'll say.
We're talking about 30-foot mountain, 10 feet.
Probably ballpark 100 feet.
Okay, I was gonna try to sled down, but never mind. This is why it's important to ask these questions.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit. I know I have something for this. I'm gonna pull out my long. Dalvin's gonna pull out his long pole.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to start climbing down. I guess.
But she puts a hand on his shoulder and just goes, "You make your bricks again one day, my
I just met you.
friend." But hey. But
You
hey.
are way too familiar with people you just met. That's dangerous.
Dangers in the eye of the beholder, I suppose. Anyway.
Alright.
So essentially, what Dalvin's gonna do is gonna find like a ridge in the mountain, put his long pole down, like squat down, put it down to that row, and then just kind of slide down like a fireman, and just repeat the process as safely as he could.
Sure.
I'll start climbing down as well.
Okay.
Same here.
Alright. You guys all begin to descend down the mountain. It takes a couple of hours to realize what time of day it is. As the gray clouds above you start to darken, you get the feeling that it's close to nightfall. And you're like, damn, we just got out of a dark place now. It's going to be even darker. That is until you see in the distance a campfire. And in the distance, what seems like to be a small cabin further ahead.
Some form of civilization. Let's head over.
Risky, but I'll do it if you want.
Dalvin will put a battle gauntlets back on.
Alright.
Alright. As you guys begin to approach the fire closer and closer, you start to see a figure seeming to putting some logs down in the fire. preparing to start it. It's a dwarven man. It's an older dwarven man. Let me grab an image for you for the chat here for Discord, and I'll show it on stream in a second. Alright, so you see the image of this old dwarf. As you are... Here's the image. As you are approaching the threshold of... I wanted to roll this with heartbreak. As you are approaching this man, you see that this man has a blue tattoo across from forehead to cheekbone. Seems like to be dwarven runes on his face. This old dwarf has a long white beard, a helmet of some sort, some earrings. Dalvin, you can tell this is like an old man. But what stands out about this old man is that occasionally he coughs, like, and it's more of a sickly cough or what have you. How do you guys approach him? Do you just approach him normally, or do you do some different approach?
Dalvin approaches him normally.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. You approach, he goes, oh my god! They're my gods themselves! Some other people live in the mountain! Come, sit by the fire, keep yourselves warm, keep the bad things away.
Why are you so trusting of other races, man? You know us. We don't do that. What's changed? Now Dalvin's kind of guarded.
He says, what do you mean change? It's been like this for some time. He grabs another wood for the fire.
God.
Time? How? I feel like we don't know how long we've been out. What? Why is everything gray? Can we start somewhere? What the hell's going on?
He puts the log in the fire, and it kind of looks like you guys questionably. He says, have you guys been living under a rock or something? You don't know how all this came to be.
No, we don't.
He goes, well, many years ago, say 50 years ago, a necromancer cursed the land, blotted the sun, and now those who live around the dead lands here, when they die, they become undeath itself. It could be something simple, it could be something horrific. It is determined by the wicked ones of this world. And it has been like this for some time, and since then, chaos ensued. Tribes fought with one another. Those undead things walk amongst the earth, pillaging, destroying whatever is in their path. And I'm just an old ass dwarf who's suffering from sickness, spending his last days away from his civilization, being exiled because of this condition I now have upon myself. As he begins to cough profusely.
You say 50 years?
Yeah. 50 years.
Damn it.
The sun's blotted out by a necromancer?
I literally saw the sun yesterday. What are we talking about 50 years?
He says, you guys have been living under a rock. Have you? Forgive me. I believe I am appearing towards my last days here on this earth.
Athena's gonna walk up from the back. She's been rather quiet this whole time, kind of horror-struck to see the world that it's in now, the lush green forest that she once knew. She had a horrible feeling in her gut. It was probably rotted and gone now. She pulls out her canteen. She goes, here, drink some water.
He kind of softly pushes away. He says, that won't be necessary. I got dwarven ale in that cabin. I was gonna drink all of it, drink myself to death, but at least I can spend my last few hours or days drinking with others. Come.
I have so many questions. Wait. What about the Dwarven capital? What has happened? Everything's a story you're telling me.
A story. It is no story, my fellow dwarf.
No, destroyed. I am sorry. I am shell-shocked. Destroyed. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you now. He says, yes, the Dwarven capital's still up, but its walls are now crumpled. And now they have to follow rules or else a Death Warden comes and destroys the capital.
Oh, fucking shit.
Come, my friend. He kind of puts his arm around you. We shall talk more of this over a drink. He coughs away from you.
Yeah, let's go drink.
Alright.
Sorry.
It's all good.
And Angie would be kind of shocked, kind of muttering to himself, my God's soul, he's blotted out? He doesn't have any power over the land now? He is, like, very scared.
Alright. As you guys spending some time drinking, eating some food, eating some good dwarven ale, Ulrich is the dwarf's name that you guys come to know through conversation. He's kind of questioning like why you don't know about this, and as you're kind of explaining the last things that you remembered, he says that funny, you guys just walked in there, you blacked out, and then you wake up, and then you exit, and then you just see this.
That's
Man.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Strange, very strange. He kind of scratches to himself, but he's kind of half hammered. He's like, well, one thing you need to know about this world is that if you ever die, if you think you've killed something that isn't already dead, it'll only come back as something wicked and twisted. The only real thing to kill these undead things is fire and burning the corpse. Which reminds me, as he drinks like the rest of his time, he says, promise me that if I die tonight, that you'll burn my corpse in front of my cabin. I do not want to be raised as these undead things.
I promise I shall burn you.
Can we do it now before we fall asleep? 'Cause I'm about to pass out.
I'll stay awake until we go.
Cool, because I'm
Yeah.
almost drunk.
Yeah. At this point, you guys can ask him any questions you want.
So, royalty, has it still been around, and that's the thing?
Royalty. The only royal thing here is that necromancer and his legion of death wardens. Monstrous creatures or individuals sent to do heinous acts upon the world lest they are paid either in food, water, or other things. The only reason why whatever civilizations rest is because it serves the necromancer's deeds.
Just, she...
Sorry, I'm like half drunk. What's the quickest way to this death warden? Because I need to get rid of this shit and go home. Like, that's been beer. It's been a while.
He drinks his sail. He says, well, I doubt you are going to kill one of these death wardens. It's impossible. No one has done it before. They have powers far beyond your capabilities. I don't know how you fight, but many have tried. Many have fallen slain to the death warden's blade or wand or whatever they are, and then most of them follow their stead as undead things. And he yells a big burp.
Dalvin bursts back. How many wardens are there? Like, 2, 3? Oh, fuck.
I don't know. There's usually one per town. I don't know what other towns left standing, but at least 3 or 4 from what I've heard. He looks like he's gonna like vomit. He goes, oh, excuse me. Anyways,
Together, old man. If you don't hold it, I won't.
listen, I'm dying. I don't give a shit.
Speaking of known civilizations, and Lavina kind of pushes her completely full stein out of her face. She has not touched it.
Right.
Have you heard anything of the woodland elves? I know they are secluded, but were they secluded from this?
He hiccups. Elves? Probably still living on those islands in the Gulf. I don't know what comes of them, though. I mainly lived in the Dwarven lands all my life. Don't know much about elves, unfortunately.
Hell yeah, brother.
You clink steins.
Lavina kind of makes the, like, are you serious face and picks at her food a little bit.
Okay.
And she goes like, well, so, what? Is there anything left that is good?
Well, the cities are still up, and its inhabitants. Its culture is mostly intact. The only difference is that they now answer the death ward. Excuse me. I have too much to drink. He continues by saying, if you know what he, at this point he vomits, and then he as he collects himself he says, well, where are you from? Perhaps I could give you some info of what comes of the city.
I'm
Geisa?
from. Oh, go ahead.
Geisa, human settlements. It's still up, but you know, it's not as vibrant as it once was.
What about Elder Howl?
Elder Howl? Fuck if I know. It's either run down or somehow still. He yells a big burp. He goes, the drink. I eats the burps. Anyways, he says, Elder Howl, I don't know.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions?
No, I'm good.
He then points a stein at Kingsley and says, you, boy, you're not drinking ale. You're not eating much. What's your issue?
Kingsley this entire time has been freaking out. He's been like flipping through his book, muttering about like different forms of apocalypses and whatnot, and he's been crying this whole time, and he's still reading. Apocalypse, tsunami.
He says,
I don't know, forest
he yells
fire.
out, hey, I'm talking to you, boy.
What?
Join us for drink. Join a dying man's last round of drinks, will ya?
No, I can't. I'm 17. I don't think I'm.
Watch this. I learned that smacking him makes him do what you ask. Watch. I'll down him.
He's gonna drop his book, scramble after it, and then be like, fine, I'll have a drink.
See? Works every time. Like a charm.
Very good, Telvin. Alright, you take a drink, and boy, it is heavy as hell. Make a fortitude check.
Oh, that's gonna fuck Kingsley up. A fortitude check?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, this is strong, whoa. And then as soon as you take your second gulp, you just collapse on the ground. Ale in front of you goes, ha ha, it is his first drink. And Dwarven ale drink at that, they always collapse if it's the first. At this point, the night continues. And more ale is being drank. At some point, Dalvin, you collapse, and Joseph, you're the only one that's basically keeping watch. And you see,
I would like to say I sing the national anthem before collapsing.
you do so. At this point, the drunk Yorick stumbles over to you, Tangi, and he goes, "Hey."
Hey.
I'm not gonna make it to the morning. I appreciate you staying me on my final days.
Of course. my duty as a holy warrior.
These people, they seem to be good folk. If there's one thing that I can bestow upon, excuse me, if there's one thing that I can bestow upon you, is that you should stay together. Never go alone. You die alone. You stick together, you live. You hear?
I'll burn those words into my heart and mind. I promise you, we will not separate.
Oh, alright. Oh, one more thing. You see, he goes his hand through his beard, and then he pulls down what seems like to be a necklace. Says, "Give this to my wife, please. She's in Dwarven capital. Your friend Dalvin knows where capital is, but give this to my wife Remy. She will know that I have passed."
Remy?
Yes, Remy. My phone's going up in the corner. I'm gonna let it ring. But yeah, says thank you. You're a good kid. You know that you're good. And at this point, he collapses to the ground, passed out. After some time, his breathing stops. Yorick is now no more.
I'll say a quick prayer to Soul, and I will press my hand on him, and as I do, flames will flicker out and cover his body as I let him burn.
Okay, you do so. As you are burning Yorick's body, you then start to come to rest. And as this day begins to close, all of you benefit from a full rest. And I'll explain to you now how full rest works in my system. So, firstly, you regain all your abilities that were once per day, or you can only do a certain amount of times per day, so you regain those abilities. And you roll for hit points. Your hit points, you regain hit points based on whatever you rolled on your hit die. So for you, example, Braille, yours is a D10, I believe, correct? Braille, you there?
Yeah, my map wasn't working. Yes.
Yeah. So yours is a D10. So basically, if you would have lost hit points, you could roll 1d10 since you're all level 1. And you regain that much hit points based on the die rolled. So if you rolled and gained 5, you gain 5 hit points. You can't go maximum, but you regain that much hit points. Now, as you guys level up, you will get more hit dice, and that's how many additional dice you can roll to regain hit points. And then depending on your guys' class or racial selections, hit points do become currency for some abilities. So do keep that in mind. But all of you can roll your respective hit die to regain that amount of hit points. And the whole point of regaining this amount instead of being full is because in real life you only heal only a bit, not like full clean bill of health after like almost dying the next day, you know?
Yeah.
Do we also heal up our armor points?
If you use an armor slot, you regain 1 armor slot. So if you have used 2, you only regain 1. It's basically you use some time to fix up some of your armor. And if you're a spellcaster, you roll 1d4, and that's how many spell points you recover.
Okay.
And that at this point, you guys can roll your hit dice, and for your spellcasters, you can roll for your spell points to see how much you regain.
What do I roll for my spell point?
1d4.
1d4. Okay.
Before Ravina officially sleeps, she's gonna wander outside and see if she can see the stars.
Make a perception check.
That's just a d20, right?
Yep, d20 plus your perception modifier.
There's so many things open on my computer screen.
9? 19. That's good. You look through the clouds trying to see your best in the stars. Very faintly, through very small patches, you do see some of the stars are still in there, just covered up by some clouds that have been covering most of the skyscape for this world. So you are lucky to know that the stars are still there, just veiled by this great cloudiness of this new sky.
In a world that has been so changed, Lavina, seeing even just a glimpse of her stars, it brings an insurmountable amount of comfort to know that she is not too far from her roots.
All
And
right.
she's just gonna settle into bed with a little prayer.
All right. You do so. All right. Just let me know when you guys have finished rolling dice to regain hit points and spell points.
I have done it, and I rolled max on both my dice.
Nice.
On my spell dice and my hit dice, even though I didn't need it for my hit dice.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good on my diet.
All right. Dope. Notable. Don't know if you lost hit points or not.
Nah, he didn't lose anything.
All right. You good. You guys are good.
We good.
All right. As you guys wake up, a new day approaches. You guys, the first thing you notice is that you see the body of Ulrich is now burning away in ashes, and you see that Ulrich has passed. It seems that last night was his final night. As you guys are slowly gathering your things, you look around and you see, wait, where's that halfling girl that was with us? With all the pots and the pans and the big bag and what have you. You could have sworn she was here last night eating with you guys.
Dalvin checks his stuff. Oh, please don't tell us we got robbed.
You still have your things?
Well, it's her choice, I guess. Fuck it.
I promise to never. Oh no, I failed him.
Kingsley is still knocked out.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of people we haven't seen, has anybody seen young Kingsley anywhere?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's probably still out. I mean, dwarven beer is kind of a hard knocker, if you know what I mean.
Especially
You're
for
right.
a little guy like him.
Maybe we should let him rest and bring him some food whenever he wakes up.
We gotta go. We can't just stay here.
Well,
I
we
got
can't
it.
go anywhere without food.
So we're gonna stand here until food comes. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna sit down then.
Oh my god. She.
Dalvin.
Can I find Kingsley eventually?
Yeah, it's not that hard to spot a 17-year-old boy lying down flat on his back covered in dwarven ale.
How? He's a halfling, right?
No,
No.
he's a human.
Oh,
He's a human
corrupt.
little boy.
He's just very tiny. Got it. I'm gonna toss him over my shoulder.
You do so.
Oh, no check, no nothing?
Nope.
Damn, he's that light.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus, he can't really do much, so.
She walks up towards the group and she goes, and I found him.
Nice. Dalvin, I believe the best place to head is the Dwarven capital. I was ensured that you would know the way, and I have a quest from our dearly departed friend. Bring a amulet, was it?
It's a necklace.
Necklace to Remy.
What necklace?
He gave me a necklace to give to his wife.
Can I see it?
Sure.
You look at
Later.
you look at the necklace, and you instantly recognize, Dalvin, that this necklace is a necklace that lovers would give to one another during their wedding courtship. You know that in dwarven culture, the right thing to do is to give back the necklace that was given to you from your wedding day if your other spouse is still alive.
Well, I hope we don't have to have a pair on us, you know? No, you guys don't know. Okay, I hope that she's not dead. Alright, well, 1 second. I gotta figure out where we are so I can know where we're going. Can anyone check on the river? We upstream, downstream? Where are we at?
at this point, Dalvin, go ahead and make a perception check to get a good view of your surroundings.
10.
10. You look around. The great skies are still around. As you try to navigate, like, oh, where's the Dwarven capital? You see at the very edge of your distance, as the Dwarven capital is close to water, not like your hometown, but close to water enough. You see the Dwarven capital. It is true that what Ulrich says, it's still up and still going strong, although it just looks a bit, it looks a bit damaged from your point of view. So.
Yeah, you guys see that small little spire right before the mountain, way off in the horizon?
Yep.
That's where we're headed.
Great.
You think that it would probably take 4 to 5 days to get there, on foot anyway.
Let's start traveling.
Let's get going, I suppose.
Yeah, let's do it.
It still doesn't explain why we were where we were. Why were we in the mountains, so far away?
No,
I
but we're
think-
not going to learn that sitting here either, are we?
Dalvin starts laughing. You're right. I'm starting to become like you guys. Let's go.
You guys start your journey, and this is where we'll take a quick break.
Hooray.
Alright, so we'll be back in a couple minutes, so we'll see you guys in a few.
Okay.
Alright, cool. go. Let's go to the main screen. Alright, we are back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Dead Realms. We continue this journey with Kingsley waking up, and you were drinking your first alcoholic beverage last night, that being Dwarven Ale. While you're recovering from that, you start to realize that you're floating above ground. And as you're floating above ground, you realize that you're on the shoulders of Sam, and, kind of wakes you up a bit.
He wakes up, and as he does, he's like, what? He snaps away. Who are you? No, I don't have anything to rob. Let me go!
Raccoon child.
Good morning, young
While Sam was like doing that, he's like kicking and kicking and punching, and when he hears Livia, he's gonna kind of like look back. Oh, sorry, Sam. Sorry.
I was just carrying you down. I didn't want to wake you up. She puts you down like a cat. Just like, there you go.
Well, where are we? What happened? Where's the old guy?
Dead.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did
sad.
whatever killed him follow us? Are we gonna die?
No, he died of old age and sickness. Yeah. Really sad. No, it was pretty bad, but okay. I don't mind.
Alvin is leading us to the Dwarven capital. We have to return the necklace.
Oh. Yeah.
Really? He's gonna start flipping through his book. Right, yeah, right. I've been there. Is it really the best place to be? I mean, I haven't really determined what kind of apocalypse this is, but depending on the type, it really could be dangerous to go to civilization.
I was a few feet ahead, just not hearing anything, just kind of leading.
Sure, leading with your pole and everything else like that.
Well, if I must say it seems like this is every single apocalypse at once. Smile, thumbs up.
Frown, and then looks at his book. Well, I've prepared for most of them. I think I've got this, maybe.
Yeah, you're fine. Fine. But in any event, she puts her hands around your back and her head and just goes, how long do y'all think we've been walking for?
About half a day. Right, DM? Right?
Yes. You're correct. Here's a cookie. Here's a virtual cookie I'm gonna send you. But let's discuss travel. So, most of the time, depending on the environment, it will dictate different encounters. Now, obviously, I give you guys to role play some areas of travel just so that it's not just, oh hey, this happens, big roll, oh hey, this happens, big roll, because that thing gets boring a lot. So, you guys clearly know where to go. There's nothing really stopping you currently of preventing you from doing that other than navigating down this mountain terrain. So as far as being lost or what have you, I think it's reason to believe that you guys are not going to have an issue of getting lost or what have you, especially with Dalvin being a dwarf coming from, well, nearby the capital, and based on his backstory, knowing the capital well. So as far as you guys getting lost somewhere, it's not going to be an issue. What could possibly be an issue is the possible encounters that could happen, and how this is determined is dependent on the number of players and a certain dice. So there are currently 6 of you. So what I'm going to ask each of you to do is to roll a d6. Now, whatever the result comes up, you have to tell me which results. And then I roll a d6. And if I match any of your numbers, then a random encounter happens. Otherwise, nothing happens, and assume that you guys have traveled safely throughout the course of travel through the day. And if a counter does happen, then I roll a d20, and depending on the value determines how bad or good the encounter is. Because you can encounter good things along your travels too. But lower results on a d20 means a more deadly encounter, and a natural 20 is usually something very good. But I would like each of you to roll d6 to see if an encounter will happen.
I got a 4.
A 1.
I also got a 4.
I got a 3.
Got a 6.
4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 6.
No 5s.
No
No
fives.
5s.
All right. So if I match your numbers, an encounter will happen.
So we literally have to get a 5 not to get an encounter. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
I rolled that too. So spoiler, an encounter could occur. So let me roll a d20 now. Okay, I rolled a 15.
That must be good.
Along your travels along the mountain terrain, you suffer some minor difficulty, trying to make sure your footing's correct and what have you. As you guys are traversing down, you start to see what seems like to be another abandoned cabin. You're like, oh, there must be an abandoned cabin. Like, what is this place? And you look and you see that in comparison to Yorick's, which is a little bit old and tattered and clearly on its hinges, this one looks a bit well sturdy, showing years of preservation, and at least what you guys can gather, an effort is made to keep it in a good condition. But you see that there's no one around, there's no presence of as far as anyone occupying this cabin. But what do you guys do?
It's well preserved. That must mean that someone's living here. What do you guys say?
I mean,
No.
there's a place.
That's not home. Dava keeps walking.
Should we at least check it out?
Could be home, We definitely could stay there.
Yeah, it could be shelter for a night.
Is it nighttime yet?
Nope. It is still we'll say 3 p.m. We'll say.
Nope. I'm not. Nope.
Hey, let's keep walking.
Thank you.
You aren't curious at all?
You guys made fun of me for being curious this morning, so no.
Dalvin, why don't we rest our feet just for a moment? The capital will still be there. We will still have the necklace.
Look at poor Kingsley. His legs are practically shaven off.
We've lost 50 years. I have a reason to want to go home as fast as possible. If we've been gone for 50 years, we should be going.
We all have homes we want to go to, Dalvin. But we can't trudge through this unbearing heat and barren wasteland all day without a second to sit down.
You non-dwarves are just so not stout. Fine.
Alright.
Except for yourself, but alright.
Check it out.
Alright. You walk towards the cabin.
Yep.
You do so. What do you do?
Open it up.
Alright. As you go
No,
to...
no, 'cause,
Oh, you knock on the door, or are you opening it?
I think I would. Do you want to do order of operations here? Like roll d20 and see who goes down first?
Nah, we're not doing that.
Okay. I'd knock at the door first, I think.
You knock on the door. No response.
Alright, nobody's home.
See? No one's there. Can we go?
No. If somebody's closed, then whatever's in there doesn't really belong to anybody, and never heard of people.
We went from figuring things out to now you want to ransack a place?
What if they-
That's a little jumpy even for me, little buddy.
Well, no offense, it's been 50 years, and survival of the fittest and all,
I agree. This
That-
place is harsh. We might not survive.
Yeah, but that is very harsh.
You're right, but we have to put ourselves first in a situation with
Nonsense.
that.
There is no honor in taking things that do not belong to us.
What if it belongs to no one?
For all you know, this dude is out in the bathroom right now, and he's coming back in 5 minutes.
Very well.
Well,
If
the
you guys
shambling
agree,
colt.
then we can leave.
Dalvin begins leaving.
Okay.
Very well.
Alright. You guys all decide to leave the cabin?
We missed out on a +3 golden greatsword.
No, you guys can take it. I'm leaving. You do what you want, but I'm not having no parts of this.
Nah, I'll leave with you guys.
Okay.
I'm considering it, but not
No.
really.
Yeah, so right now Dalvin and Tangi are leaving the cabin alone. What do the rest of you do?
At the end of the day, Kingsley is a survivalist, and do what it takes for the group to survive. He's gonna look at Sam and kind of pull out a crowbar from his pack.
Buddy, you do you.
Right. Well, here I go.
Alright.
And he's gonna wedge it in between the door.
You wedge the crowbar between the door around where the hinges, not the hinges, where the actual pulling mechanism for this door is. You crack it open. It's easy to crack open. You open it, splintering, damaging parts of the door, but you can now gain access to the cabin.
Oh, he's gonna look back to see if anybody's coming.
Nope, you just see Dalvin and Tangi just leaving the area.
If he goes too far, he'll kind of stand in the middle of the group and Dalvin, just so we don't get too separated.
Okay.
Alright.
What about
Is it
Lavina?
dark
What
in
she's
there?
doing?
What is Lavina doing?
Lavina is watching rather passively. You know, like, on one hand, curiosity, like, she's curious, but on the other hand, like, Dalvin is right. There is no... Like, what's the point of stealing? Like, we have everything we need right now. And we're about to go to a civilization. So she's letting Kingsley do this and is doing nothing to stop it.
Alright, and what about you, Fifi? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm inclined to leave with them, but I kind of want to see how this pans out.
Okay.
So, like,
Okay.
lingering in the doorway, kind of keeping an eye on things.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm not entering the house. I'm just lingering with the
Alright. Kingsley, you open the door, and as you open the door and take a closer look inside, you see that it is enough supplies to house someone for about a couple days, about 4 days worth. There's some rations on the counter. There is a nice warm cot. There is seems like to be a working fireplace, granted that it's not lit. But other than that, you do see what seems like to be a jar of freshly clean water and a chest as well.
Alright.
Are there any clues
Kingsley's
inside
gonna-
the house that would indicate, like, what kind of person lives here? Like, is this an old lady's home, or do 10 dudes live here? And also, when the last time someone was home?
You are uncertain of exactly what could house someone in this cabin. Go ahead and just make it a general intelligence check for me, please.
Alright, well, I am many things, but not intelligence.
Could I also make an intelligence check?
For
I'm figuring the same thing out. I am at the foot of the door, aren't I?
15.
15? Okay. Go ahead and make an intellect check then, Notable.
20. I'm gonna apply my. Actually, a 20 should be fine enough. A 20.
20 and a 15. All right. You two discern that anyone could live in this cabin based on the climate or anything. It had to be someone who is experienced in traveling these parts. But you won't find out exactly truly what is unless you look closer and investigate further.
It's
Alright.
probably someone who is aware of the fact that strangers might be coming into their house. Like, you should consider whether these people be trapped.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Kingsley is gonna take one of the bones that he had scavenged from the corpses and kind of just throw it into the middle of the room.
You throw the bones to the middle of the room.
Nothing. Nobody.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, whatever. Can he sneak in?
You sneak in.
He's he's focused on this. He doesn't really give a shit about what's in the chest. He's taking the rations and anything that he can eat, food, basically anything.
Alright, so you are able to take 5 rations, and you're also able to carry about 1 day's worth of water, refilling your jug.
Alright, and I guess can I take a look at that chest?
Sure. You go towards the chest. Seems to be a simple chest.
Alright, let's give it an open.
Alright. As you pry it open with your crowbar, a mimic appears. No.
Definitely.
You crack it open. It doesn't take much to open. You figure these types of chests would be locked or something like that, but it just pops right open. As you pop right open and look into it, go ahead and make an investigation check. And since this involves gathering resources or what have you, I will allow you to apply your D4 in addition to that check, based on your background as a wanderer.
Can I also apply my human 1d4?
Yeah, so you could apply your proficiency dice as well as being a human. So you're rolling 2d4s, a d20, and adding your perception modifier.
Alright. 16, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22.
22. Amidst the pile, you're able to find a couple things. Firstly, let me just pull up my items list here. You find... Here it is. You find what seems to be a hooded lantern. You find 2 oil flasks, a health potion, an additional water skin. You're also able to find a hunting trap and a bundle of rope
Oh boy.
and 2 daggers.
Okay. Could you send that in chat so I can put that all into my
Sure,
character
bro.
sheet? I got lost after.
Sure, it's all
Got
good.
lost after the water.
It's all good. I'll type everything in chat, but that is what you find. You do know that you can only
Alright.
carry a certain amount, so everyone can carry up to 5 items, and then you carry an additional item for every +1 in your power mod. So if you have a power mod of 2, you could carry 7 items. If you have a power mod of 1, you could carry 6 items total, so on and so forth.
Alright.
So
You'll-
I'm,
Oh, my apologies.
so I'm just gonna type everything down. So, but that is what you find. Do you say anything? Do you do anything?
I'm gonna take that hunting trap and one of the oil flasks. I'll take those 2 things and put them
Okay.
in his bag.
Okay, and you have enough in your inventory to do so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the basic supplies count as one? Or
Basic
would I have-
supplies is like tents, tackle like sparks and everything else like that to light fire and what have you. Necessary tools to set up the tents, flasks, and that little bit of water I was talking about.
And then I should be good.
Okay. Here's what you found in the chest. Oh, I forgot to add the 2 daggers. All right. That
When Kingsley doesn't immediately come out, he just kind of hears Lamina cautiously calling out to him. Kingsley, are you okay? Is everything alright? She's like standing on her tiptoes, trying to peer through the door from where she's standing.
Yeah, everything's fine. There's a bunch of goodies in here. He'll walk out and show them what he got, and then gesture back. Oh, there's more. anybody was interested. But live as a scavenger. You should probably skedaddle after you rob a potentially person blind.
What do you guys do after hearing that?
I'm not gonna do anything. Y'all have fun.
Yeah, I'm good to bounce.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow with you, just those other two.
Okay.
Kingsley got what he wanted. He's gonna follow the group.
Alright. Cool. You guys leave the cabin. Let me write a note down.
Oh no!
Yeah, I've been here for 3 seasons. I'm just.
Listen, I didn't participate, I just watched. It's like the trolley problem. It's not my fault if I didn't do anything.
I am very much aware. Alright. As the night begins to settle down, you guys decide to take refuge in a small cave area. It's not like the humongous cave you guys came out, but enough to house the lot of you for the night. At this point, you guys are beginning to do a full rest. So, what I didn't do for your guys when you were resting at Ulrich's place is to worry about food or what have you. But now that you're out in the open, and now is the time where we must discuss resource management. All of you, ideally, should eat 1 ration per day and drink some water. As far as your basic supplies go, you guys have enough water to sustain you for today. But all of you should reduce 1 ration from each of your inventories, or however you want to disperse it out, from your rations. Otherwise, you won't gain the full benefits of a full rest. And on top of that, now that you guys are in kind of somewhat dangerous territory, freelancing in the mountains or what have you, there is a chance that something could interrupt your rest. Now, before you guys do a full rest, remove 1 ration from your inventory, and then I want everyone to roll a d20. Now, this is the similar thing to random encounters for travel, but for nightfall, it's a d20 because I want there to be a honest chance of having no encounters during your rest and possibly something interrupting or what have you.
How do we tell how much rations we have?
So do you have rations in your inventory?
Not currently.
Not currently. If you don't have rations in your inventory as a starting item, you can carry up to 5 rations, and unless you picked it as your starting ones, you need at least 1 ration. Otherwise, you won't receive benefits of the rest.
Okay.
Have
Does
rations?
anybody have rations?
Yeah, I have plenty of rations. You know, the ones I just stole.
Okay. I'll have them.
Alright.
Alright?
I'll have my
He'll
own.
have them over. He'll give anybody rations.
Alright.
Stole for a reason.
Okay. Dope.
Dalvin's gonna sit at the mouth of the cave and not sleep for the night. I rolled a 15 on my 20 check.
Okay.
I also rolled a 15 for mine. That's
15.
Little 12.
13.
15, 12, 13. Okay.
Now we just need a 14. Oh.
Wait, we're rolling a d20?
Yeah, roll a d20 to see if there's a random encounter that occurs while you guys are resting.
I got a 13.
13, okay. So I think Ness is the only one that didn't roll, I believe, unless I'm wrong.
I rolled a 1.
A 1, okay. So I need either a 15, a 12, a 13, or a 1. I just typed that from my thing, so don't worry about it. I rolled a 3. So nothing bad happens during your rest, and you guys gain benefits from a full rest. You guys can roll 1 hit die to regain that amount of hit points if you still are low on hit points. And then for the spellcasters, you can roll a d4 to regain that much spell points.
Okay.
At this point, we're going to just fast forward here a bit while you guys roll. You guys wake up. as you guys wake up, wake up and it's raining outside.
What color is the rain?
The rain is just that of clear rain, normal rain, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I want to collect some rainwater.
Same here.
How you guys collecting that?
Use our
Only
tarp as a
canteen is a
catcher.
basic supply.
Okay. We will say that you guys are able to have what seems like to be a open container enough to capture some of the water that is falling towards you guys as you guys are traveling.
Yep.
Can kings do the same, but inspect the water?
Sure, make a perception check on the water.
On the wall.
On the water.
Yeah, that's my New York accent coming out now.
17.
17?
Yep.
You look at the water, it is very clear. You know that it is currently safe to drink out of it. There's nothing, it's just coming straight from the ground into your containing device. So that's not a major issue for you. Now, if it were to hit like trees or leaves before hitting that, then there might be some concern, but this water's, to your knowledge, is safe to drink.
Good enough for me?
Alright, so you guys have the floor to roleplay if you wish, otherwise we will move on.
She's gonna go up to what is Nest Catcher's name? Lavina.
It's session 2, don't worry about it.
Listen, come on, okay. Anyway.
It's all good.
She's gonna go up to Lavina and go like, hey, do you want to get some water as well? I mean, it is raining, so it's all best to do.
Vina kind of looks up. She is rather drowsy and her hair is extra frizzy. Like, it's so frizzy, in fact, like it's hiding the moss in her hair. And she kind of stands up, patting her hair down. Yeah, I suppose water is a good idea. I had my last ration last night. I should have grabbed something from that house.
She thinks for a moment and gives you out 2 rations.
Sam, you need these. You need to
And
eat.
so do you.
Vina kind
I
of
don't
makes
care.
a face. Thank you very much, Sam.
Dalvin looks at him judgingly.
She goes, hey, we gotta look out for each other out here, right? We are, in fact, the only ladies in the group after all. As she kind of bumps your shoulder with her elbow. And she goes, now come on, let's go give Jim some water.
Who were you?
Water.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Who did you bump elbows with?
No, she bumped her shoulder with her elbow, Lavina's shoulder.
Gotcha.
Whenever you bump Lavina, she's so tiny. And she's just small. Like, she's tall, but she's skinny, and she kind of, like, staggers to the side a little bit and gives a laugh.
Sam was like 7'5" if I remember correctly. Oh my god. But anyway.
Alright. If you guys would like to continue roleplay, you can, otherwise we can roll them d6s.
Let's roll a d6.
Let's roll
Unless
these
anybody
things.
else-
Alright, everyone roll d6.
1.
5.
4.
5.
Wow.
So 5. So 4. Alright, so 4, 1, 5. 4, 1, 5. So true 50-50.
I'm going back to 415.
1, 4, 5. I rolled a 4.
Mhm.
There's a random encounter.
Of course.
That's what the dice
Oh.
dictate, my friend.
Yeah.
Oof.
Favorite.
They telling a story.
I rolled a 3. so let me roll some
We're all-
additional dice now.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Let's see here.
30 zombies and more to death.
Don't joke about that.
A zombie mountain lion comes out of nowhere.
Fireball.
Okay, so as you guys are slowly going down towards the bottom of this mountain, you start to see a small group at the bottom. As you look close, actually, everyone make perception checks.
Oh boy. Holy crap, not 20.
I got a 9.
Nice. I got a 11.
Not 11.
2.
Damn, boy.
Damn. What did everyone else roll for perception?
15.
15? Alright. For those of you who rolled a 15 and above, here's what you see. As some of you are locking your eyes at the bottom just to see what the commotion's all about, you guys see what seems like to be 7 shady-looking individuals, along with, it seems like to be 5 dogs or wolves. You aren't too sure which ones they are, but they're clearly aligned with whatever these shady folks are doing. But what you do see is what they're surrounding, as they seem to be rummaging through something. You guys aren't too sure what it is exactly. For those of you who rolled a 20 or more, who rolled a 20 or more?
I rolled a nat 20.
Alright,
I rolled a 20. I did the math wrong, but it's a 21.
21? Okay. So you two get a closer look as your eyes are more formally adjusted. Kingsley and Lavina. Thank you. You start to see what they're exactly rummaging, and what's sticking out from where they're rummaging as they're kind of shifting positions as far as like what's gathering. You see, it seems like to be that they're rummaging through a dead body of sorts. What do you guys do?
Yeah.
Oh, shady folk.
They're not bothering us. It would be kind of rude to approach them.
Wait, what's
Who?
doing what? Who?
Yeah,
Those
what?
guys are
7
looting a
dudes?
corpse down there.
Yeah.
Oh. That's no fun.
We can try and walk by them.
How many people are there?
There are 7 of the shady-looking folk and 5 dogs or wolves or whatever. You are unsure what kind they are from your distance.
They can't be friends. Those aren't people we want to talk to.
We should try and walk past them if we can.
We should avoid them entirely.
Is it better to look to sneak or just like bluff and try to not look suspicious?
I'm pretty good at bluffing.
Although we don't know, it's been 50 years. Maybe there's a law that says it's illegal.
Dalvin starts walking up to them.
Oh no!
Kingsley is hiding. He's aware it's a dog-eat-dog world. He just did the same thing
Alright.
to someone's house.
Any of you guys doing anything as you see Dalvin walking up to them?
I'm not
If
I'm
looking
they-
gonna
at them.
run behind him.
Alright. Okay.
If I'm gonna stay slightly back, but if they start messing with Dalvin, I'm going to prepare to summon Luminous, my biggest eidolon.
Okay. Okay,
What
so
about you, Ness?
So Kingsley, you're trying to hide, right?
He's just more like staying back. He's probably hiding behind like Lavina or Sam.
What are you doing, Lavina?
Lavina, she kind of expected this and just kind of grabs her wand and stays ready, staying back but somewhat following Dalvin, kind of keeping up his, staying like a handful of feet away but watching his back.
Okay. Alright, so you and Tangier are a bit back. Kingsley, you're hiding behind Lavina. Go ahead and make an agility check.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh. My ability. 14.
14? Would you like to use your proficiency dice by any chance?
You know what? You're giving me the option. It's gonna be worth it. Yeah, we're using the rest of my proficiency dice. I'm using 2d4.
You're using 2d4? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your stuff is reset because you had a long rest, so you have access to all 3 if you wish.
We'll use 2d4.
2d4? Okay, so use 2 of the 3d4s. And for the audience, humans get proficiency dice that they can use to any d20 rolls, and the kids use 3 of them per day. So, what is your
19.
total result? 19? Okay, you are hidden well enough behind Lavina. Let's go to Dalvin, Fifi, and Sam. You 3 are approaching these guys, and as you get closer, you're going to see that these guys are like bandit-looking folk, and the dogs that they have with them are kind of like it's a mixture of really just Rottweilers and just feral dogs that seem to be domesticated in some way, shape, or form. What do you? How does you 3 approach them?
Is there like any boulder nearby as I'm walking towards them? Like anything large?
There is no boulder around your area.
Alright.
Oh, so
Nothing
You guys
large.
look like nice
Good.
kids. If you surrender now, we'll let you get on your way. Surrender to us now, and we'll let you go about your business.
Shut up!
They turn to you and who left? Uh-oh, someone left. Oh, yeah.
Ness.
Oh, Ness left. Okay. So one of these vandal officers says, "Hey, who the hell are you 3?"
Where?
Travelers, survivors? I mean, who are you?
You got any loot?
Yeah.
You got any stuff?
Not your
No, we
business. Who are you?
Doesn't matter who we are. Fact is, we're trying to survive just like you. So how about
Don't
this?
care.
We outnumber you.
Past. I don't give a fuck.
Hey! As he's getting closer to you, he pulls out a short sword, and we will begin the next session with that.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Ness, you missed
hi,
out.
Ness.
Oh no, you missed out. Oh no, Ness, you missed out. Oh no.
My computer died. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no!
What just
It's-
happened?
They're gonna start a fight next week. So
Oh,
A little
great.
dwarf started a fight, yeah.
it's nah. They were both being aggro with one another, so
No, I'm
it's all
tired of
Gucci.
No more defiling corpses. No more stealing shit. It's on sight.
All right.
There.
All this charcuterie and haberdashery ends.
All right, so we'll pick up the fighting action next week. So we shall see you all next time. See you later.
See ya. Bye.